Hey y'all, it's Star Lachey with Girls Start Over. Welcome back to my channel. So, girls, today we have another interview, and I have another woman here, and I love her story so much because she was divorced and she actually got remarried and got love again after being heartbroken. And when I tell you, I just love so much the things that she talk about, that she stands for. She is a mother, a wife, an author, a coach, a mentor. Like, she does so many amazing things. And this is Deanna Washington, and she is the kept wife strategist, y'all. So welcome to Girl Start Over.
Ooh, I'm so happy to be here, Star. Thank you so much for having me. I too love what you're doing. I love how you are being an advocate for women and starting over and like being a positive force in this space. So thank you for having me.
Yes, no problem. So I'm bringing women on, guys, because I want y'all to know that healing, first of all, is possible. And I'm not the only person who went through something. There are other women who have went through things and came out. So with this video today, I want to give you guys hope. So we're going to be talking about finding love after heartbreak and like kind of what that was like. So Deanna, my first question for you is, first of all, how long after divorce did you even get remarried or fall in love again?
Oh, girl, I don't know if I should say this because I mean, when my divorce was finalized, I was already engaged. I was already
Oh, you was already like, babes.
I was already engaged, preparing my wedding in Paris while my
Okay.
divorce was being finalized. But that's just because that's what happens sometimes, especially when you have
Mm-hmm.
kids and like
Mm-hmm.
custody and different things like that have to be worked out. The relationship
Mm-hmm.
can be long done and both of you have
Mm-hmm.
moved on, but legally there's a lot of things. But I mean, as
Mm-hmm.
far as when my first marriage ended, when I was doing my healing work and when my new husband actually showed up, honestly, once I left, like 3 months later.
Y'all, it don't gotta take long. Did you hear that, y'all? It don't gotta take long if you do the work,
If you do
okay?
the work, that's really important, right? Like I try not to lead with this, so I only answer it when I'm asked,
Uh-huh.
because it is important to say that while I was in the marriage, I was operating single for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the work on myself so that
Mm-hmm.
if I did ever, because I didn't think I didn't think I would
Mm-hmm.
remarry. I wasn't really thinking about it either. I was just thinking about rebounding as far as like the woman I was, like improving myself, loving myself again, and being a good mom. So that's
Right.
what I was really focused on. I wasn't focused on, okay, let me get another one. I wasn't.
Right.
I was just doing the work on me, and I believe that's why he came so fast.
That is so good that you say that, because I get this question so much where women are like, how do I move on and how do I heal? And I literally just did a TikTok about this yesterday. I'm like, you don't heal by trying to focus on getting a new man, because if you become
Mhm.
a different woman and as you heal, you're going to attract the man who is actually for you. Because a lot of times we
Okay.
don't even really know ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like when
That's
we're
so
going
true.
through these
Yeah.
heartbreak, we're thinking we're this way, and it's really not who he is. It's the man that we're dealing with that's making us this way. And so when you actually get to know yourself, you're like, dang, I really don't like this, or I actually really am like that. So that is
Right.
so good. Like that's
Right.
really, really good.
I mean, that's what I tell my kepies. That's what I call my clients, my kepies.
That's it, y'all.
So that's what I tell them all the time, like really focusing on yourself so that you know what it is you really want. Like if you're accountable for your choices, you'll realize that you picked out of lack, right? You picked out
True.
of a lower self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't pick out of being abundant. You didn't pick out of really loving yourself and being confident, or else the relationship would be different.
Right.
So it's really important to rebuild yourself, like you said, like really get to know what it is you enjoy, what it is
Mm-hmm.
you like, how are you really, like what are your
Mm-hmm.
characteristics, what will a man enjoy when he's with you, like not the
Mm-hmm.
you you're pretending to be, not the you who's
Mm-hmm.
surviving, not the you who's putting up with things, but like the you when you're happy, healthy,
Mhm.
abundant. You want to attract a man out of that energy.
Yes, 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 yes. That is so good. So let me ask you this: do you feel like working on yourself, because you were moving on basically, or working on yourself while you were in your last marriage? Do you
Yep.
feel like working on yourself helped you heal faster and like recover a little bit faster, opposed to, being, what's the word, distraught and like life pretty much essentially like being over?
Yeah. It did. It helped me process my emotions in a much healthier way. Like, there's
Mm-hmm.
no way to sugarcoat this, right? Like, divorce and like breakups, especially when there's children involved, they
Mm-hmm.
feel like death, right? But the
They
person's
do.
not dead. They're
They
still
do.
walking around, which makes it
Mm-hmm.
even harder for you to grieve because you still have
Mm-hmm.
to be with them. You still have to see them. You have to co-parent. You have to do all these things with them
Mm-hmm.
while realizing they did not honor you. They did not treat you well. They did not love you. They did not respect you. So it's a very
Mm-hmm.
weird space to navigate. But I was able to do that because I focused on myself. It also helped me to forgive, like
Yeah.
forgive my ex and not be bitter about it. Instead, I was able to say, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, we did have some good times. You know what, there
Mm-hmm.
was a point where this was enough for me. I chose it,
Mm-hmm.
right? There
Mm-hmm.
was a point where I thought this was love. There was a point where I thought this was forever. I'm going to honor that. I'm not just going to, spend a whole bunch of time being negative and discounting the
Mm-hmm.
experience completely. That,
Mm-hmm.
I think, is what keeps a lot of women stuck in the negativity of it.
Mm-hmm.
Blaming, being a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I got over that quick. Hold on. Okay, what made me choose this? What did I like about this? Why did I think this was okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
what about me attracted this?
Yeah.
What about me said I want to be loved like this? I need to change that
Mm-hmm.
immediately. And that's
Yeah.
what I focused on.
You know what? That is something that women get stuck in, and I used to be stuck in that too because I wasn't married, y'all. Y'all know I got two kids. Okay, same baby daddy, just so everybody know. Okay,
See, but
but
look
it's
at that. Even that, you feel like women feel like they have to justify that, right? Because it's a judgment on us. It's not a judgment
ugh,
on men, how many women they have or where
they
their
have
kids
all
are,
baby
and
mamas.
none of that. But
Mm-hmm.
we're scarlet letters of who's the father, were you married, were you all these things, right? We have to get free from that too. It keeps us bound.
Yes, and so a lot of what I went through, like when I was younger, because I was about, this is from when I was able to, I was like 19 up until about 20, 22 and 23. You're just gonna be
Yeah.
real. And I was really struggling because my he had moved on, he had gotten another relationship, and all this stuff had happened
Mhm.
for him that appeared to be good after. I'm like, you leaving me with the kids, you're doing this, you left while I was pregnant, you
Mhm.
got this, you got that, and I can't even focus on myself because I'm so focused on him, and focusing on him was literally like delaying my healing journey. It really wasn't. I didn't even know how to heal. I didn't even know what steps I needed to take because I was just so worried about him. And
Yeah.
when I make videos and stuff on TikTok, that's another big question. A lot of women are saying, well, he did this, he did that. And I'm like, if you don't even focus on him, you're not going to keep struggling with these same things because a lot of
Yeah.
us, we didn't have lives. We wrapped up into the kids, and it's like, no, you gotta get
So true.
yourself together. Even if he doesn't help or do the things that he's supposed to do, like whatever, like you gotta focus on you. Because when you focus on you, you feel better, you look better, you're doing the stuff you want to do. Because you'll look up and say, well, I really wanted to go to school and really do this, but I didn't do that because I was with this man. And so now you
Mhm.
get it back to yourself. Now you're trying to, figure out your routine and stuff, and it feels much better. So I can really relate to what you were saying.
I would definitely, because I get that question a lot too. Like, women will really be in a space of hurt and they're like, but wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute, he did this. And it's valid. It is valid.
It is.
He did do those things, right? You did
Mm-hmm.
experience that. But I try to get them to see, like, that can be true and you still can look at your part in it. because your part is the only part you can control. You can't
Mm-hmm.
control how he showed up. You can't control what he does now that y'all aren't together. You have no control over that, but you have absolute control over yourself. And if you are taking your time to lament over him, it's
Mm-hmm.
essentially you're still there. You should have
Mm-hmm.
stayed if that's what you're going to do. If you're going to spend all your time thinking about him, what he's doing, what he's not doing, how he hurt you, all these things, none of that is helpful. And I really
Mm-hmm.
try to get my Kepties to see accountability isn't you absolving the other person of blame. It's
Mm-hmm.
you empowering yourself to say, you know
Yes.
what? This is what I can do, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
where I can focus and it will
Mm-hmm.
benefit me by doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because when you like, I like what you said about empowering yourself, because you do take your power back when you sit up there and say, "Oh, this is what I did wrong. Let me fix it. Let me change it." Versus this is what he did and this is how he did it. That victim mindset, like you were saying, and it's a place for that, for feeling your emotions and processing. It's a place
Yeah.
for being sad, but like you can't. It'll keep you stuck
Can't
in the
get
cycle
stuck
of
there.
heartbreak. You
Yeah.
got to be like, okay, this is what I did wrong. Because if you look at yourself now, we love ourselves, but babes, you
You
disrespectful. Your mouth is kind of crazy. You do certain things, and I'm not saying you're a bad woman, but there
yeah,
are certain things that you do you need to change so that even if you're gonna have love again in the future, you
right.
don't
You
keep
don't want
doing
to
the
attract the same
thing.
thing. So
Yeah.
if your focus is just on like him, what he didn't do or how he hurt you, you're going to leave that and then attract it again because nothing about you is different.
There
When
we go.
you want a different love experience. So, that's one of the things that helped me is I was like, huh, okay, well, if I just don't focus on him at all, let me think about how I showed up. Was it how I wanted to show up? And it wasn't.
Hmm.
I
Right.
was, I was using what he was doing or not doing as justification for me
Hmm.
not showing up fully. Well, I ain't doing that because he ain't doing this. Well, I ain't
Hmm.
going to do this because he didn't help me with this. Well, I ain't. And that wasn't honoring myself. I was just as bad as him because it's tit for tat. When I started to look
Hmm.
at, well, I want to be the type of woman that governs myself this way. I want to be the
Hmm.
type of woman that cares about how I look no matter what is going on. I want to be the
Hmm.
type of woman that's in shape. I want to be the type of
Hmm.
woman that speaks eloquently and is soft and doesn't raise her voice and doesn't allow someone to trigger her and get her out of her character. Those were all
Hmm.
things that, yes, I had reasons why it wasn't happening, but ultimately I controlled that. So I focused on
Hmm.
what I could control. And when women do that, that's when they start attracting a higher caliber of man because guess what?
Hmm.
You're a higher caliber of woman now. You're not that same
Hmm.
woman that was disrespecting herself. So it welcomed disrespect from men.
See, oh, I so love that you say this because y'all gotta listen to me because this is so real that when you become different, you attract different. For any woman saying, "Oh, I only get the same type of man or the only same type of experience," it is because you are not different. And we want to blame men because look, I'm gonna say this. Okay, even if you are changing and elevating yourself as a woman, right? Somebody might come and try you. But the proof is in a thing, you don't sit up there and deal with it just because they're coming
Right.
to you. But you have to become the woman that you want. You will get the things that you want. And it's a real thing. It's women doing it all of the time. So when you let go of this heartbreak and that it has to hurt and it has to take all this time and you focus on you and the woman you actually want to be, you can have the things that you want. It's bigger than a man because see,
Right.
careers, jobs, your
Absolutely.
looks, you losing
Money,
weight,
looks, everything.
it's literally
Everything.
connected to your whole entire life.
Yeah, that's so true. And women, like, I hear that a lot too, like online, women saying, well, I keep getting this same type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what I do this. And I'm like, no, it does matter. And if I looked into you closer, I would be able to tell you because I have different eyes now. Like I see things
Mm-hmm.
different. You probably still have eyes that are blinded for the thing because you're looking outward. You're not
Mm-hmm.
focusing inward. Like, even at this phase, right? I'm happily married. I have a successful business. My kids are good. Like, life is good for me by all accounts. I'm still looking at myself every day. How can I be better? How can I show up differently? How can I get my body even better? How can I present myself even better? How can I unlock more abundance? You don't stop. It's a continual like journey to master yourself.
It is a journey, and it's not overnight. It's not anything that's like, oh, super quick. But as you do the work will work. The
Yes.
work will work. So Deanna, let me ask you this. So what has like being in this like new loving relationship, like what has it taught you about love? How has the experience like been for you?
Oh, so many things, but let me narrow it down to what I think is most helpful for people watching, right?
Okay.
I now know that the only limitations that exist are the ones we agree with. What I mean by that is, if you say a thing like, all men are dogs, that's the truth that you will experience because you've agreed with that, right? You are putting power behind that. That is becoming truth to you. When I was thinking about like what love could be like if I tried it again. Again, I wasn't looking, I wasn't purposeful. I just said, if I ever entertained marriage again, this man, I want him to be a genuine provider, meaning he pays all the bills happily. Right? Now, looking around, so many women were like, well, if he pays the bills, he's going to control you. If this and that, you better have your backup plan. Da, 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 da. Like all of the noise, right? But I told myself, no. If I entertain this man is going to see that provision as a gift for him to give as well. And he is not going to use it as control, right? It is a gift that he gives to the woman he loves, that he's pledged his life to. And that's that. And that's exactly what I got. Exactly what I got, because that's what I believe. And that's what I put my power behind. So I encourage women to dream big. Don't listen to the loud voices of, like, I call them commoners. They're the commoners. They're common. They believe what everyone else is saying. They have limited belief. They lack. They don't think positive. They don't dream. I don't listen to none of that. I dream. The world is infinite. You can look around, and if you can see another woman being blessed, not paying bills, having certain things, what makes you think that can't be true for you?
Listen, girl, that is so good. And a lot of people, subscribing to the negativity. What's it called? The red pill people, and everybody saying this and this and this and that. I actually saw you on Threads was saying a girl has she was like, I don't think I'm gonna have love no more because I have 2 kids or something. And you was like, girl, that's only true for you. It's plenty men out here who gonna love you with them 2 kids, girl. And I think that's so true too, because it's like when I remember when I would think that about myself because when when the other person
you hear it. There are men out there that do say it, right? So I get it.
And then just even certain things that women can say too. But then I met men who was like, kids ain't nothing. And so that was something I was battling for a while, like shame. But when I tell you, y'all, like when you actually do believe those things for yourself, they really can't happen, because it will become possible. You can't take other people's negative experiences and make them yours. Like, just because even if I tell you what I went through, that don't mean you got to go through it. It could happen a lot faster for you. Like, you understand? So
yeah. And if we can take negative experiences, right? If you can hear a bunch of women saying, "Oh, girl, he ain't gonna want you because you got 2 kids," and you believe that, then why can't you believe when a woman like me comes along and says, "Girl, I had 2 kids. He loved me more because of how he saw me mother them kids." You can believe that too. Like, use your belief for positive, not negative. That's why I'm like, the only limitations that exist are the ones you agree with. Don't agree
Mm-hmm.
with it. When you hear it, say, I'm sorry, that's your experience. You'll see me say that a lot on threads. When people start talking to it, I'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, that's your experience. Not over here. Like, I don't believe that. I don't subscribe to that. I don't agree with that. Right? You don't
Right.
have to take on the negativity.
No, you definitely don't. So, Deanna, you have a book. Okay, tell the girls about the book. It's called Breakup Now, right?
So listen, I know that you are talking to all of the girlies about starting over. Well, before you can start over, you got to
Mm-hmm.
break up. You got to break up now. The reason why
Mm-hmm.
I wrote this book, right? It was born when I was still in the first marriage.
Mm.
And we hadn't even been married a year. And I was
Mm-hmm.
talking to my mom and I was like, Mom, I made a mistake. This this ain't it and I know it. And my parents didn't divorce until I was like 27. So imagine, right? So I'm like, Mom, you and Dad are divorced. Like, when did you know it wouldn't work? And she told me within the first year. I said, oh no, I'm finna break up now. I'm finna break up now because I'm not giving 26, 27 years of my life when I already see the writing on the wall. I already see that.
Wow.
So,
You, you,
like that woke me up. Like, okay,
mm-hmm.
what you're feeling is real and
Mm-hmm.
your mother already showed you what it will look like. You
Mm-hmm.
can you can stay here, you'll try, you'll suffer through it, but you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
end up doing this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So why not do it now? And then I started researching and looking at the statistics. We always hear, it's better for them to be in two-parent homes. Yes, but what they don't say is it's
Mm-hmm.
not better when the home isn't healthy. It's not
Hello.
better when the parents aren't loving each other and actually
Mm-hmm.
operating as a marital union. They don't
Mm-hmm.
mention that statistic. So I kind of tucked the idea away. And actually, if anyone follows me on Facebook, Destination Diana, you will see that I said it 5 years ago today. I said, break up now. It'll be my best selling book. Like
Mm-hmm.
from then, I was like, this message needs to be shared with women because I'm in essence telling them, you're not wrong. Those gut
Mm-hmm.
feelings that you have, I know you've probably been told by your church that divorce is
Mm-hmm.
wrong. You've probably been told by people, you have kids with him, make it work for the kids. You've been told
Mm-hmm.
all of those things. You've even told yourself, I've wasted 5 years, so let me try five more. That math
50.
don't math to me. If you already wasted years, let's cut the ties now. Let's not waste anymore. So that's where Breakup Now is from. I literally share a little bit of my story. I tell some
Mm-hmm.
of the things that happen, but it's more so like a guide. How do
Mm-hmm.
you make the decision if you need to? How do you
Mm-hmm.
actually break up? And then what to do
Mm-hmm.
after so that you position yourself for healthy love. So it does
Yeah.
all of that. And I think it's 100 pages. It's not even a long read. If you get it on Audible, it's 2 hours. It's a really
Okay. Oh.
good read. And I have a companion journal with it. So if you're like me and you like the deep work, where you want
Mm-hmm.
to expand, you want to journal your thoughts out, I give you the prompts, I give you prayers, I give you affirmations so you can
Mm-hmm.
read yourself positively. It's a labor of love, and I want to get it to as many women as possible because I know my reach is growing, but
Mm-hmm.
with a book you can reach far more people at once. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to get this message to as many women as possible so they can get free. And then I could teach them how to attract the healthy love.
Period. Y'all make sure y'all go get that book and that journal. That's actually really, really good. And I love that so much because we need strategies on how to leave these ninjas when we in these situations. It's like, okay,
Right.
because everybody is stuck. So we don't want to be stuck no more. So y'all make sure y'all get that book. So
Yeah.
you also mentor women as well. So talk a little bit about what you take the kept these through.
Ooh, yes, I do. So in essence, I take the Kepties through a process of becoming kept worthy. So they learn
Mhm.
how to recognize like keeper men, quality men
Mhm.
that are marriage
Mhm.
minded. They also learn
Mhm.
to recognize and have more self awareness and self governance. It's three
Mhm.
R's. So recognize, receive, and reciprocate. Receive,
Okay.
they learn how to actually receive. I know most women are like, what? I like
So
gifts, I
good.
like stuff. But
Mhm.
honestly, after you've been in like a difficult situation where you weren't loved properly, it's not as easy to receive. You think that the other shoe's going to drop. You wonder what they
Mhm.
want for what they're giving you. You
Mhm.
go through a lot
Yeah.
of mental things, so it's not as easy as as one would think. So I teach
Mhm.
them how to receive, how to be open, right? And then
Mhm.
reciprocating. We're in a day and age where women are making more money, they're more successful, they're all the things. And they have by default taken on a lot of masculine traits that serve
Mhm.
them well usually in business and careers, but they do
Mhm.
not serve them well in love, marriage, relationships. So I
Mhm.
teach women how to reciprocate with feminine
Mhm.
contribution.
Okay.
It's far easier. Men
Mhm.
love it. It is a great ebb and flow in relationships. So, in essence, that's what I teach the Kepties. And I
Mhm.
encourage women to get started in my Kepti Academy. It is my entryway into working with me. So you get into the academy, you get all the foundational lessons and kind of do some of the healing to take out that negativity and all of that, that prepares
Mhm.
you to do actual coaching with me in my community. And the Kepti
Okay.
Academy is on school. So you can
It's
just
on school, y'all.
the Kepti Academy on school, you'll see it.
Listen, y'all, I have a coach right now. I will be working with Deanna after I'm done with my coach I have right now. Because let me tell y'all
Yeah,
something. Coaching, I
you
have
need
had a
it.
coach since I was 22 years old. I invested in
Yeah.
my first coach and I went through a coaching program for like 8 months. And at that time, I was just like fresh out of heartbreak. Now it helped me rediscover like my purpose and stuff I had wanted to do. Then I took a break because I thought I was grown. I was like, you know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was good. And then I was like, wait, we got to come back. Because I'm telling you, when you have gone through so much and you don't know
Mhm.
what
You
good
don't know
looks
what you
like,
don't know.
like it's hard to go somewhere. You're gonna be going in a circle. So having a
Yeah.
coach, having a mentor will help you get to the place you actually need to be. They can see things that you can't see. So it's really important. So I would
Absolutely.
recommend you guys definitely join that coaching program on school, join the community, literally watch the videos. It is important to heal and work on yourself. I'm telling you, it affects every single area of your life, not just your dating relationships, but anything you want to do going forward. You got to kill them negative mindsets that you have about yourself because
Yeah.
that lack of self-worth you feel right now about a relationship will show up with money, will show up with your car
It'll
that you
show
want
up
to get for
everywhere.
yourself,
And
all
and
this
like you
stuff.
said, it's so important. I've had a mentor probably for the past 10 to 15 years too. I stay with one. That's a cheat
Mm-hmm.
code. Don't be with a coach who don't have a coach, right? Because
Period.
we all need somebody to hold us
Mm-hmm.
accountable, to see our blind spots and things like that. And like when you
Mm-hmm.
join the Kepti Academy, one of the things that you'll notice is having an environment where there's only positive talk about men, about relationships, about marriage. It's going to change how you show up because you're not going to
Mm-hmm.
have the negative messaging that you have everywhere else. Like this
Literally.
be the space where it's safe to dream. It's
Mm-hmm.
safe to heal and talk about these things because everybody's doing it. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, it's not a bitch fest. We're not complaining about men all day. We are
Mm-hmm.
speaking to the kings in men. We are talking about what
Mm-hmm.
we want from them and what we want to experience.
Okay. Yeah. So, guys, listen. You hear what Deanna is saying. If you do, go to the community, y'all. I'm telling you, it's an investment for you to making yourself. Anything you invest in yourself, it will not be wasted. I am also a product of a coaching, of having women around me who are doing better than me, happy in marriages. And so, definitely invest in yourself. Oh my gosh, why my throat just do that? Okay, so that is so good. So for what is something that you would say to any woman who is going through heartbreak right now. They at the place where they feel lost. They feel
Mm-hmm.
like things don't get better. Like they feel blinded. They don't know. What would you say to them?
I would say it's okay to feel the feelings like the sadness, the
Mm-hmm.
hurt, the disappointment, the grief. Those are all feelings that come with that. I would
Mm-hmm.
encourage them to look at the environment they're in. So if they're still in the environment that's causing those feelings, the first thing they need to do is change environments, because it's
Mm-hmm.
extremely hard to change yourself, how you feel, how you will show up with the same environment that caused you harm or hurt. So I would
Mm-hmm.
say start there. And I would find at least one person that you can confide in that isn't in the same situation as you, that maybe has some light.
That
So
right there.
they can keep pouring the light and the positivity into you that you can't pour into yourself.
That
That's
right there is
I
so
would recommend.
important.
Yeah.
Your friend who is sleeping with the multiple men, they don't got listen, they they doing all this stuff, okay? They cannot help you, okay? They're not going to be the one that you need to be talking to at this time. You need to talk to somebody, first of all, who's mature and who at a place where you would even want to be at. And
Want to be.
even if they are single, they are thriving in their life. You feel me? They got a
Yeah.
relationship with God. They not out here freaking
Yes.
everybody and telling you to go, oh, sleep with him and go on a date
Go
and
do
do this.
that.
Like, do you understand? Like, yeah, you got to make sure
Absolutely.
you're talking to the right people, because the wrong friends, which I see this so often, which is like, that's why you need to get a coach. Like, I'm 26, I had my first
Yeah.
coach at 22. It was definitely a cheat code, because when you keep talking to your friends who haven't did anything, who haven't
Yeah.
been there, you understand? If it's for broke people, you'll be the fifth. You're gonna end up in them same situations. And so if you don't want that, you gotta talk
Yeah.
to somebody who is not in those
And I
situations.
know when I was 26, I probably was discounting knowledge from women that were in their 40s, right? I'm 43. So it's like, look at a woman who's lived a little bit longer than you, because she's going to tell you, baby, it'll be all right. Baby, we done all did that. Like,
Mhm,
I know it feels bad right now, but there will be a tomorrow.
mhm,
You will overcome this. You will be fine, right? Hearing it
mhm,
from a woman who has lived through it and survived it,
mhm,
she's on the other side of it. She can understand where you are, right? So she can
mhm,
give you the hug. She can tell you, I get it. I know why you're heartbroken. I know why you're sad. But then she can give you the other side, which can pull you out of that funk. So don't
mhm,
discount the knowledge of, women who are more mature than you, who have been
mhm,
through more things. They can help you.
mhm. Yes, I love that so much. I love older women that come sit next to me and tell me everything, y'all, because I
I'm
love that
just
so
with
much.
the auntie now. I'd be like, I love my little auntie era.
Yes, no, because like even I just always been like around older people, even when I was younger. But like I would just always be around married people,
Yep.
older women, and it's just like it's so much wisdom, and it prepares you for real life. It makes you more mature. So
Right.
it's definitely a blessing. So definitely make sure you invest in yourself. So y'all, we're gonna end this and wrap this up. I believe your website is destinationdiana.com.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
DestinationDiana.com.
Okay,
And
so
if
I'm gonna
you're
put everything.
interested in my academy, just go to school and you can search the Kepti, Keptie Academy.
Okay, and then Deanna also has a YouTube channel, so I'm going to link all this stuff in the
Yeah.
description box so y'all can go watch her videos too. Okay, if you just want to check her out, see a little more before you join the community. But y'all, I'm so happy about this video. I really pray that every woman who watched this, you are literally set free from heartbreak, and you literally know that you, first of all, you can have love again, but you can love yourself again, and you could become a
That's right.
different woman. It's 100% possible. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to keep blaming your ex, the person you had kids with, the person you divorced. Like, it's not over. Your life is not over. It's just beginning. Okay. So, Deanna, thank you so much
Thank you for
for
having
coming
me,
on for
Star.
me.
Yeah.
Yes, and I look forward to speaking with you in the future.
Yeah.
I love everything you're doing on Threads. Follow her on Instagram. Everything is going to be in the description box. Deanna's everywhere. Okay. y'all need to follow. Y'all need to follow. Y'all need to get in touch. Okay, period. So,
Yes. Thank
okay, y'all.
you.
I will talk to you guys later.